Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your continued support to our channel. Please subscribe if you are watching us for the first time. Click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you. Help us share videos. And on this particular one, please give us many likes so that this video can be recommended to many viewers. Critics of Raila Amolo Odinga have always accused him of a man who does not want to nurture young politicians to take over when he is left. His opponents always say that he wants to cling to power as a de facto leader of ODM until he dies. But yesterday, when Edwin Sifuna, the Secretary General of ODM, led a host of other youthful leaders, namely Edwin, who is the senator of Migori, and Babu Owino, who is the member of parliament of Embakasi East constituency, to condole with one of their colleagues in Nyeri. The people who have been criticizing Raila of not nurturing young leaders were proved wrong, because for the very first time, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was confronted by these young leaders who had like 4 messages to Rigathi Gachagua and told him to his face that Kenya is changing and that he should be getting ready to accept that change. I know you have watched these leaders, but I want us to watch the speeches again so that when we come back, I will prove to you that Raila Amolo Odinga has been nurturing young leaders, and that for you to be nurtured, you must show interest. You must prove that you are equal to the task, because no one will come and pick you from your home to come and lead the masses. If you want to inherit Raila's constituency, you must prove, you must struggle, you must show interest. Kindly, let's watch the leaders.
Mimi leo nimefika hapa, I'm very happy to see my deputy president, because it's the first time I've seen him smiling the whole day. You know, wakati anaongea mambo ya shares, anakuanga mkali sana kwa TV. Kumbe ni mtu mzuri hivi.
Naibu wa rais, mimi siwezi jiita rafiki yako, ukweli tu. Sisi sio marafiki, hata leo ndio mara ya kwanza tumepatana hapa. Lakini nataka kukuambia mimi sinanga ubaya na wewe. Hakuna kitu chochote ambacho kinaleta uhasama. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, ile mambo ambayo ilikuwa inatuletea tofauti, mimi naona ni kama inaenda ikipungua. Kwa sababu nilifurahi sana, nilisikia juzi hata wewe mwenyewe ukasema ya kwamba mumeangalia wakati ya implementation na mswada wa fedha mwaka uliopita, implementation ya ile taxation ambayo umeweka. Wananchi wenu wenyewe wanawaambia kuna mahali kiatu kinawafinya, wanataka turekebishe hiyo sheria ya ushuru. Haswa wale wakulima wa avocado. Ama nilisikia mambo yangu walisema turekebishe. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, nataka kukuambia wakati ambapo mtafanya marekebisho kwa huu mswada, kwa sababu ile kelele yote ulikuwa unasikia tunapiga ilikuwa kwa sababu ya kusema kwamba kuna masuala ambaye tunaweza kuangalia turekebishe. Utaleta hiyo mswada, mimi na Kagusha huyu hako nyuma yangu, tutafanya ile mabadiliko inahitajika ili wakulima wetu wasiendelee kungangana. Ile mambo mengine ile ilikuwa inafanya tunaleta tofauti ni vile ulikuwa unasema watu kama Sifuna hawana shares katika hii nchi. Lakini nilikuja nikasikia wewe mwenyewe ukasema ya kwamba lazima ili tujenge nchi, kila Mkenya ajisikie kwamba yeye yuko ndani ya serikali hii na yuko ndani ya nchi hii ya Kenya. Tukamalizana na hiyo maneno. Kwa hivyo mimi sina ubaya na wewe, mimi nakutakia kila laheri. Sisi kama watu wa upinzani, kazi yetu ni kukosoa serikali wakati ambapo
Lastly, Bwana Rigiji, saizi unajua vizuri baba anaenda AU. Anaenda kuwa AU chairperson. Na baba akienda, anawacha babu. Kwa hivyo, Bwana Rigiji, mjichunge sana hapo 2027 tunakujia hizo viti. Kwa sababu, kama tutaona ushuru inaongezwa juu zaidi, mimi mwenyewe nitaleta maandamano hapa Nyeri. Watu wa Nyeri mmekubali? Bei ya kahawa ikienda juu, tutaleta maandamano hapa Nyeri. Bei ya chai ikienda juu, maandamano itakuwa hapa Nyeri, kwa sababu kazi yetu sasa kwa opposition ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba masilahi ya Wakenya wote inakuwa guided.
These leaders had got a five-fold message, and they delivered the messages directly in front of Rigathi Gachagua. One, most of them, I'm shocked, were saying that they have not met Rigathi Gachagua before, face to face. Rigathi Gachagua and Ruto have been in power close to 2 years now, and these people are saying they've never met him, and that tells you something. And then they tell him that you are so much full of hatred that you kept on talking of shareholders. And that is the cause of the differences between the opposition and the Kenya Kwanza team. They told him face to face. They also reminded Rigathi Gachagua that when we went to the streets, we went there to lament about the finance bill 2023 that you had passed with a lot of pride. Now the same bill, the same act that you passed is now coming to haunt none other than your very own people who are complaining about avocado levies. Some of your members of parliament have also complained that they didn't read and they did not know what the bill contains. And they're telling Rigathi Gachagua that despite that, the fact that you made a mistake, bring back the bill or the act so that we can help you change it, so that your people cannot cry. In other words, we saw this coming, yet you, an old man, the deputy president, did not see that this bill was going to be injurious to your very farmers. In other words, what were they telling Rigathi Gachagua? You know, there's this adage that what an old man sees when he's kneeling down, a young man cannot see when he climbs even the highest top roof of a building. But in this case, it was vice versa. The young men saw what Rigathi Gachagua could not see as an old man. And then they told Rigathi Gachagua that leaders are now trying to unite the country, and Raila has toned down the rhetorics. And they're telling Rigathi Gachagua that he should be alive to the fact that the shareholding thing is not working. You must accept that leaders want to unite this country. And they are also reminding him that it is our role as the opposition to criticize the government, to check the government when they fall off the mark, when they fall off the path. And we will do this with or without Raila Amolo Odinga. And in fact, they were giving him, and they were painting a picture of even if Raila is gone, Raila still leaves his foot soldiers who will still be equal to the task. And that was, he was told to his face, they are wrong. And I want you to see the qualities of the leaders who are picked to go to Central, because apparently there was this element of fear that maybe they were going to face a hostile crowd, because these are some of the leaders that have been a thorn in the flesh in the Ruto regime. They criticize. In fact, people like Babu, Owino, Edwin, and Sifuna have always engaged and humiliated UDA brigade on TV, wherever they meet, on parliament chambers. They have always ensured that they tell them the truth, that even when people look at the truth as they speak it, people, fault the UDA MPs. So they were picked specifically to go there, and they managed to speak well, reminding the people that we fought for you, but your guys did not. But now, let's begin with Edwin Sifuna, who's the Secretary General. Edwin Sifuna, after completing his university, showed interest in becoming a member of parliament. I think it's in Kimilili or something. But he lost in the primaries to David McCarthy. And you see, many a times as a young man, he would have sat there disappointed and thought, well, let me wait for another time. But you see, Edwin Sifuna did the most unthinkable. That was a Luya land where he's coming from. But instead, after he was beaten in the primaries by David McCarthy, only 2 months into election, and that was in 2013, Edwin Sifuna decided to run for a senatorial race in Nairobi, not even looking for some of the counties within Western. He decided that he's coming only 2 months into election and he wanted to become a senator. He got 600,000 votes and he lost to Sakaji, who had campaigned much earlier, who got 800,000 votes. He was made the Secretary General. And that tells you, if you have seen the way Sifuna is debating, and of course in 2013 when he vied, he now got the seat. And they have been ensuring that ODM is represented. You meet Sifuna in a funeral, Sifuna debates with you on national TV, you must have your facts well, you must be courageous, otherwise you will really be humiliated. And Sifuna, having shown that he was equal to the task, that he was ambitious, that he wanted to reach the skies, Raila then gave him an opportunity. Because remember, apparently, we had Anyang' as the Secretary General of the ODM. And when that was given to Babu Namwamba, Babu played around because he was being used to with William Ruto. But Raila still decided that he wanted to pick a young man. I'm one person who really loved Babu Namwamba, but the presence of Sifuna has really cured that whole, because I no longer miss him. Sifuna is equal to the task. So for you to be picked, to be nurtured, you must prove it. No one will come and pick you from the trenches. Let's go to Babu Owino. Babu Owino, I think the first time people saw Babu Owino was when he was campaigning to become the student leader of the University of Nairobi. Against all odds, Babu Owino achieved that task. And I think he did it for 2 seasons, and when he left, he decided, I'm now going to become the member of parliament of Embakasi West. No matter what, despite the fact that I've never been there, I'm going for it. And when he went there, he got that seat. And in 2017, you saw how William Ruto tried very much to ensure that his candidate won. In fact, there is an IEBC official that lost his life in that constituency. It has been rumored that he might have promised the UDA brigade that he was going to deliver. But Babu Owino had placed his machinery and security that it was not very easy to rig elections in that constituency. Right now, Babu Owino is aspiring to become the Nairobi governor. And that tells you that for you to be nurtured, you must present yourself. This is what I'm trying to put to you. For those people who are saying that Raila must hold someone's hand, it's not about holding. It's about giving someone an opportunity to express, to showcase what they are capable of. And that is how Babu Owino is soon taking over the mantle from Raila Odinga. His name features very prominently. When you talk of ODM, people feel that he should be among the people who will take over. When it is Nyanza politics after Raila, people feel he should be the one who's taking over. Why? He did sit there. He went for it. In politics, we say you grab it. Eddie is another one. The first time Eddie presented himself, he wanted to become a senator. And he was, I think he was defeated by the late Ben Oluchokelo, the royal radio presenter who was presenting in Ramogi. And then when Ben died, and that seat was declared vacant, Ochila Yako went for that seat, and Eddie Owino confronted him the very seat. In fact, he gave them a run for their money. The whole of the ODM luminaries went there in choppers, and they were contesting against Eddie himself, Eddie Mok, with all the ODM senior officials, and Eddie gave them a run for their money. After that, Raila knew that this boy is not a pushover. And when Eddie lost to Chilayako, who is senior to him, Eddie went for the senatorial seat and he won it fair and square. And you've seen his debates. He presented himself, he proved his worth, and he was now given an opportunity. And if you look at most of these young leaders, they have proved leadership, whether you like it or not, is now changing, and the young tax in the ODM and in Azimio will take over whether you like it or not. Even if Raila is going to be there for another 5 years, I can assure you that Raila will soon hand the boots and he will say, I'll be there as an advisor. But these young leaders are going to be problematic if they are not going to be given opportunities. But I'm here to present to you that Raila himself has decided that he's giving them an opportunity to prove. So the people will look at them, scrutinize, vet, and will see who becomes what. And I think from that event yesterday, you realize that Raila has got foot soldiers and he has given them an opportunity to prove themselves. Somebody like Jalango was given an opportunity, but he wasted. In fact, yesterday, as the three leaders were telling Rigathi Gachagua that we must check the government, we must unite the country, you must look at policies as they are, Jalango was only telling us that he went to State House, na siku hizi baba akienda State House yeye anamserve chai. I mean, look at that. When people are talking about important matters, that is what he wanted. And Jalango had an opportunity also to prove that is, in fact, even getting that seat where he is, he proved it, he worked hard, but he wasted his. And I'm here to submit to you very humbly that those people have been criticizing Raila, they have been proved wrong. For you to become a leader, for you to be nurtured, you must prove, you must go for it, you must show that you are not going to be spoon-fed. And I don't know whether you agree with me that if a young leader, and this even goes to the women leaders, you must present yourself, fight it out with the men out there, and when people realize your courage and charisma, you convince them and they will say, okay, this is the lady, this is the young man that want to give an opportunity. I don't know what you think, but that is my take.